The invisible storm over first class had not dissipated. It had merely shifted, gaining a new, unexpected focal point. Matthew Barnes, still hot with indignation and the sting of public rebuke, lumbered from his unlawfully occupied seat 2A. Reproachful eyes of fellow passengers, a silent jury, followed his every heavy step. Then, a soft but unyielding voice cut through the cabin's charged silence. "Hold on, Mr. Barnes." Matthew turned to see Helen Grant, a woman in her 60s, silver-haired and elegantly composed, her gentle eyes nevertheless sharp with observation. She approached him with a polite, almost serene smile. Helen offered, her voice even. "I'll swap seats with you. Mine is 3B, also in first class, just a few rows back." The unexpected olive branch momentarily stunned Barnes. He appraised her skeptically, this seasoned traveler radiating quiet authority. "Why would you do that? This has nothing to do with you." Helen's smile remained unwavering. "Oh, but I think it concerns all of us, Mr. Barnes. We're sharing this flight. Any tension here affects every passenger on board. I trust you're polite enough to recognize that." Barnes glanced around, every eye in the cabin now fixed on him, a fresh wave of silent judgment washing over him. He inhaled sharply, attempting to regain control. "I still don't see why swapping seats matters. The issue is that a child, like..." Helen interrupted, her tone gentle yet surgically precise, her gaze drifting toward Kayla, poised beside her father. "Like, which child? You mean the young black girl sitting here? A child doesn't deserve the same privileges you assume are yours?" The deft, pointed question left Barnes speechless, a flush of shame, raw and undeniable, creeping up his neck. In that sudden hush, the true, ugly core of the conflict was laid bare. Not a seat, but his deep-seated bias. Heads began to nod among the passengers, whispers of support for Helen rippling through the cabin. Sensing his defeat, Barnes's tone faltered. Defensive. "I didn't mean it like that. I just don't think a kid really needs..." Helen cut him off again, firm but still kind. "Mr. Barnes, I wonder, if it were a well-dressed young white boy in that seat, would you have said the same thing?" Her respectful yet unyielding challenge was absolute. Barnes floundered, unable to meet her steady gaze, the cabin holding its collective breath. Finally, with a tense sigh, he conceded, "Fine. I'll switch seats with you." Helen offered a gracious nod, motioning him toward 3B. As he moved away, she settled into his vacated seat, facing Kayla and Sean. Her warm eyes turned to Kayla, radiating reassurance. Sean offered a grateful nod. Helen smiled softly at Kayla. "Sweetheart, always be proud of who you are and what you've achieved. Never let someone else's prejudice make you feel small." Kayla's eyes shimmered with unshed tears as she whispered, "Thank you so much, Mom." Barnes sank into 3B, turning his back, avoiding eye contact. Beneath his forced composure, he felt a profound, unsettling loss, not just of a seat, but of the comfortable illusion that his prejudice would go unchallenged. As the plane prepared to taxi, everyone sensed that this was merely the prelude. Helen Grant sat quietly, thoughtfully, as if she alone grasped the true depth of Matthew Barnes's arrogance, and the far greater reckoning that awaited them all. When the plane finally leveled off, and the fasten seatbelt sign clicked off, the tension eased throughout the cabin. Everywhere, except seat 3B, Matthew Barnes felt no relief. Helen Grant's cutting words still echoed in his mind, invisible daggers slicing into the brittle pride he'd long hidden beneath a veneer of confidence. He clenched his fist until his knuckles whitened,